Hey, Valley family. It is May 20th today, and it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Wednesday means that we gather together tonight at 7 o'clock on Facebook for prayer. And I want to see you there. One of the things I like a lot of things. One of the things I like in particular about our Wednesday night prayer gatherings is that they happen in real time. And sure, we're not face to face, but people can post comments on the thread and we can see those things right away and we can respond to them. We can let each other know that we're hearing those things and that we're going to be holding them up in prayer. So join us, 7 o'clock. Bring your thanksgiving, bring your praise, bring your concerns, and join us in prayer. It only lasts a half an hour, but it's going to be a half an hour that will really bless you. So I want to see you there at 7 tonight. Hey, would you like to memorize a verse with me today? Come on, don't leave. It's a short verse. We can do it, all right? So 1 Thessalonians 5:16. You have to say that first. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. Okay, got that? Here's the verse. Always be joyful. That's it. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. Always be joyful. It's a good verse for us to have right now, isn't it? To have in our minds, to have at the ready. 1 Thessalonians 5:16, always be joyful. Is the Apostle Paul saying that we should be happy all the time? I mean, in the midst of a pandemic, are we supposed to feel happy? A lot of bad things are happening. A lot of sad things are happening. A lot of people are getting sick from the coronavirus. People are hospitalized and even fighting for their lives, and many have lost their lives in the past couple of months. And we know others who are facing financial hardship and who are concerned about the security of their jobs. And we've been kept apart from family and friends and church. Is the Apostle Paul telling us to be happy? No. Because joy and happiness are two different things, right? Happiness is connected to what's going on, what happens. So happiness is determined in part by the circumstances and events of our lives and how well we like them. And sometimes we feel happy and sometimes we feel sad. And those feelings are our feelings, and it would be foolish to try to tell somebody else how to feel. And that's not what the Apostle Paul is doing in 1 Thessalonians 5:16 when he says, always be joyful. He's talking about something different because joy is not a feeling that goes up or down based on our circumstances and what's happening around us. Joy is an attitude that we adopt, a disposition that we develop, an outlook, a way of seeing the world that's built upon not what happens day to day. It's built on something far more substantial and far more deep. Joy is connected not to what happens. Joy is connected to who God is. It's connected to God's love. It's connected to God's faithfulness. It's connected to God's promises. So that in any circumstance, we can be joyful because of who God is. And our joy doesn't go up and down based on what's happening. It stays solid because God is solid, because God's love is solid and his faithfulness is solid. And so our joy is built upon that foundation. And so Paul can say to us, always be joyful. Paul faced all kinds of hardships in his life. He gives a list of them in 2 Corinthians chapter 6. He says, as we've been doing this gospel work, taking the good news of Jesus all around the Greco-Roman world, we've encountered all kinds of hardships. We've been beaten, we've been shipwrecked, we've been imprisoned, we've endured all kinds of things. And he says, at times we're filled with sorrow, and yet rejoicing, and yet we're still joyful, because God is who he is in the midst of all of those things. So Paul isn't telling us that we have to be happy all the time. And maybe today you're not happy. Maybe you're sad. Maybe you're blue. Maybe you're down. Maybe you're worried. But could you be joyful in the midst of that? Paul encourages us to do so, to connect with that deeper reality, that firm foundation that our life is built upon. Not only does it give us a firm place to stand, but it's also a testimony and a witness to other people that even when the world is crazy and things are changing and happening beyond our control, that it's possible to find a firm place to stand and an unchanging place to stand, and that we can live with peace and hope and joy, even in the midst of difficult and unpredictable circumstances. 1 Thessalonians 5:16, always be joyful. It's a good verse for us today. It's a good truth for us today. And I want to pray that it would be a reality for you today. God, this has been a couple of difficult months. A lot of things are happening that are beyond our control. A lot of bad things are happening and sad things are happening. And maybe today we're not happy, but we could be joyful, God. Those things don't have to take away our joy and our peace and our hope, because those things are built upon you, not in our circumstances. And so I pray for your people, God, your church, Valley Christian Church, and all of your people around the world, that we would be able to be joyful even in the midst of this difficult circumstance, and that would be a witness and a testimony to others. And maybe they would find that firm foundation that we have found in your love and in your faithfulness, God. I ask this today through Jesus. Amen. All right, 7 o'clock. Join us for prayer. When we say be the church, that's how we're being the church today. We're going to pray together, so join us, all right? Hey, as Pastor Dave said yesterday, we are eager to communicate our regathering plan. We're working hard on the details of that, and we want to do what's best for our church family. So stick with us and be patient. We're going to communicate that just as soon as we can. We're eager, but we're not going to be in a hurry. All right, so stay tuned on that. Have a wonderful Wednesday. May the Lord bless you.